Today on Sugar Spun Run, I'll be showing you how to make banana cupcakes. Hey Sugar Spun Bakers, Sam here, and today I am so excited to be sharing another carefully tested, well-researched, and perfected recipe. Today we are making my super moist, delicious banana cupcakes. I'm going to be putting a brown butter frosting on them, and I think you are going to absolutely love it, so let's go ahead and get started. First, you'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, you're going to need to grab yourself some bananas. Now, you really want these to be as ripe as possible. I'd like mine to be a little bit more brown, but my son has been eating all my ripe bananas, so I'm going to make do with what I have. Now, I'm just going to add these to a large mixing bowl, and you can use a potato masher or a fork to mash them. It's a lot easier if they're browner than this. I'm just going to start by using a fork. And while an electric mixer isn't necessary, because my bananas are still a little bit less, not quite as soft as I want them to be, I'm going to switch over to using my electric mixer to beat them until they're nice, and they're not going to be totally smooth, but they're going to be pretty smooth. Okay, now we can add 1/4 cup of any neutral cooking oil. I recommend either canola or vegetable oil, and 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. Of course, I want to scrape that so I get all of that butter in the batter. For our sugar, we'll be using 2/3 cup of granulated sugar and a 1/2 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. We'll mix everything together again until this is really well combined. And we can add 2 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of buttermilk. And because I have it out, I'm just going to use my electric mixer to stir everything together until it is completely combined. All right, this is looking good, so I'm going to set this mixer aside, and I'm not going to use it again for the remainder of this recipe, because when making this batter, it's really important you don't overmix it, and using an electric mixer is one of the quickest ways to accidentally do that. It only becomes a problem when you get to combining the wet and dry ingredients. So we're done with that for now, and let's start mixing together our dry ingredients. We'll combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour with 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and just whisk this together until it's completely combined. We'll add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients, and I do add all of the dry ingredients at once. Remember what I said about not wanting to overmix your batter? Because of this, you're going to want to be very careful and use a spatula to just gently fold the ingredients together until they're completely combined. So this is looking pretty good. Everything is completely combined, but don't overdo it or you could end up with dense cupcakes. We can divide this batter into a prepared cupcake tin. I've lined mine with paper liners. This is a 12-count tin, but my recipe actually makes 18 cupcakes, so I'll just be baking those in separate trays. Fill each cupcake liner 3/4 of the way full, and the easiest way for me to do this is just to use an ice cream scoop. It makes the job really nice and clean. It makes much less of a mess. We'll take these over to our preheated oven where they're going to need to bake for about 17 to 18 minutes. When they're finished baking, a toothpick inserted in the center of one of the cupcakes should come out clean, or preferably with a few moist crumbs. You'll want to let these cool completely before you cover them with frosting, and today I'm going to be using my brown butter frosting, which is my new favorite, and I just recently shared a video showing you exactly how to make this. And that is how you make banana cupcakes. I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and if you try it out, please let me know what you think. I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good.